To start with a new chapter, that is biological classification. So the name of the chapter is biological classification. Name of the chapter is biological classification, where we are going to first study about the various types of kingdom systems of classification. Kingdom systems of classification means how living organisms have been classified into the various kingdoms. Like first came up the two kingdom system, then the three kingdom system, and as you know it goes up to six kingdom system of classification. Then we are going to read about the details of the five kingdoms, that is kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, a short note on kingdom Plantae, as well as kingdom Animalia. So these are the topics that have to be covered in this chapter. And let me tell you students that this chapter is very important from the NEET point of view. Around 5 to 6 questions are asked from this chapter. So the chapter's name we are going to start is biological classification. The earliest attempts, scientific attempts to classify living organisms was made by this person who is the father of biology, that is Aristotle. So the first scientific attempt to classify organisms was made by Aristotle. A question that can be asked, children: who was the first person to give a scientific basis of classification? The answer is Aristotle. Now he had classified plants into three groups. So the classification of plants was, so according to Aristotle classification, plants were put into three groups, and the names of the three groups, and these were on the basis of habit. Habit, you understand? Habit means body form. So on the basis of the body form, they were divided into three groups, and the three groups were herbs, shrubs, and trees. Okay, so the name of the three groups were herbs, shrubs, and trees. And he had classified animals into two groups on the basis of presence and absence of RBC, and he had classified it into Anima, that means without RBC, children, and Anima, that means with RBC. So this was the earliest attempt which was done by Aristotle. Then later on, Theophrastus, who is the father of botany, he classified plants into four groups on the basis of habit. So he only classified plants on the basis of habit into four groups, and the names of the four groups are herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. So it is herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. So children, if they ask you that who gave the first scientific attempt to classify plants and animals, it is Aristotle. Aristotle had done it on the basis, for the plants he had done it on the basis of habit. For animals he had done it on the basis of presence and absence of RBC. Theophrastus had classified plants on the basis of habit into three groups, which were herbs, shrubs, undershrubs, and trees. So this is the classification of Aristotle and Theophrastus. But one more thing, if they ask you what was the earliest systems of classification, earliest systems of classification were only based on economic importance of plants, like food yielding, beverage yielding, timber yielding. So that is how they were classified in the ancient times. So the scientific attempt came into approach only with these two scientists, that is Aristotle